I love being a part of a community that's also out in nature.
I love being a part of a community that isn't afraid to talk about our faith with each other. I think it's such a unique experience that we might not otherwise get in the friends that we have in other aspects of our life. So I've always loved the openness that I've had with my friends from Lutherdale to talk about my faith.
What I love about Lutherdale is a lot of, the outdoor ministry pieces. I really love being able to spend time outside and have that kind of outlet. It was such a joy every summer to know that, there was a place I could go where I could have s'mores or I could, be on the waterfront, and just to have that kind of place to be that was so different from a church or a youth group or anything like that. It was such a joy.
From being a camper for 9 years and then working on staff for one full summer and then going back every summer of college for at least a few days, I was able to make some of my very best friends. And I know that the friendships that I've made at Lutherdale will last me a lifetime. And it just holds such a special place in my heart. And going back every time is just such a unique experience that brings me back to, when I was 9 years old and a camper for the very first time, but also in new experiences as a 19-year-old working with 6-year-olds for the first time. It never gets old. It's always a different experience, and it's just such a special place to be.
I think working staff gave me confidence in being able to jump into a situation where I may not know exactly what's going on and just kind of figuring it out and be able to work it out with the people around me. So that gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I would totally agree. I think, Lutherdale was so formative in the sense that, it gave you that independence that only camp can give you. You're by yourself, you're not with your family to the same degree. You've got to find your own identity in this new group of friends in a way that you don't in school or any other experience. I definitely have used some of the leadership skills I've learned at Lutherdale throughout my career.
Well, I think we have such a unique family connection
Mhm.
because our dad went there as a little kid. Our aunt worked there and also went there as a little kid. And our grandmother was a part of the founding congregation. So we have a photo of our dad and our grandfather looking over the lake, and our dad's like what 2 years old, if that. So it's always just been a part of our lives, and it was just like expected that we would go to Lutherdale, but that never made it any less exciting every time we got to go, and it was just such a unique family experience for all of us.
It might be my fault that we ended up going to Lutherdale, guys, because I definitely went to another camp the summer before I went to Lutherdale, and I was like, no, this isn't.
Not into it.
One of my favorite memories from working on staff was when I got to work with Team USA. It's such a unique week of camp that I had never had any sort of similar experience to before. And it's just, it comes with its own, difficulties of learning how to navigate different kinds of campers, but you learn so much from them and from that experience that week. And you just come out of it feeling so whole and comforted. And it's definitely the magic of Lutherdale at work during Team USA. Soren and I worked on staff together in the summer of 2016, and it was a really unique experience for us as siblings because, all of our lives we were just, living in the same house but never like in the same social groups. And so when we worked on staff together, it was such a unique experience that made us grow as friends more than just siblings. And I don't know if we would have the same relationship today if we hadn't worked at Lutherdale that summer together.
Yeah. How did that happen?
The deal was that if they got 1,000 Soren points, my campers would be able to shave my head. And they didn't, but I figured they got over 500, so
How does one
I was like,
how does someone get a Soren point?
just shenanigans, just generally just bringing camp to a new level, something that makes me laugh. You could probably get some Soren points for that. And they got 500, so I figured I'd let them dye my hair, and it was blue. It was quite a look.
But it
How
was only blue for like a day,
It wasn't very good dye, but
and then it was gray.
I looked very distinguished, you guys. I looked professorial.